The girl was horrified to find a pool of blood on the bench where she had sat. She quickly scooped some water from the water jar, trying to wash it away. She was sold to this village. If the family found out she had grown into a young woman, she would spend the rest of her life as a breeding machine. But the old woman still discovered her. The girl knew she was doomed. When the old woman saw she had become a young woman, she immediately said excitedly that she could now have children. The old woman's laugh felt like a death sentence to her. Soon, at night, the old woman quickly arranged for her son to marry the girl, but she didn't know the girl had already planned how to escape. First, she tricked the fool into bringing her a bucket of water before their wedding, saying every bride must take a bath first. Although the fool was simple, he always remembered his mother's warning to keep an eye on the girl. So, he stood outside, staring at her shoes, but he had no idea the girl hadn't bathed. She also intentionally made noises to confuse his hearing. After some time, the fool heard no movement inside and rushed into the room, only to find his bride gone. Soon, the village chief arrived with villagers and search dogs to catch the girl. By this time, the girl had escaped to a mountain forest. She only needed to cross the river to escape the mountain. The human traffickers were nearby, so she couldn't stop running. But halfway through, a stone cut her foot. Her running speed naturally slowed down. In this way, the girl fell back into the hands of the traffickers. To prevent her from escaping again, they locked her in a dog cage. Once everyone left, the girl knew there was an honest young man who was different from the others, because his mother had also been trafficked. But fortunately, she escaped after giving birth to him. She was the only woman to escape from the mountains. In desperation, the girl told the young man her story. The man seemed to feel the despair his mother had gone through. Moved by her, he decided to set the girl free. Before she left, he told her his mother's name. If one day she met his mother, to say hello for him. The girl, carrying his wishes, escaped. But the village chief soon chased after her with more people. She hurriedly asked passing cars for help, but no one was willing to stop at night. Watching the cars drive away, she knelt in despair, thinking that if she was caught, she would find a dignified way to die. Just then, a light shone on her. A stranger's figure seemed to bring light into her life. The kind-hearted young master took her into his car. Seeing her injuries, he stopped the car, took out alcohol to disinfect her wounds. He even kindly asked the driver to bring her a new pair of socks. Finally, he took her to the police station. The police quickly contacted the girl's father, but she wasn't happy. Instead, she was angry, because 10 years ago, her father had sold her to the traffickers. She didn't tell the police about the trafficking. If her father was arrested, with nothing left, she wouldn't survive in this city. So, she threatened him, saying she just wanted to live peacefully. If he ever sold her again, she would tell the police. Her father had no choice but to drive her home. On the way, she noticed that her father's life had improved. He had even remarried. Since his new wife couldn't have children, they adopted a daughter. The girl was furious, unsure what to say. He sold his own daughter to adopt an outsider. Meanwhile, the old woman found the village chief, blaming him for letting her daughter-in-law escape and ruining their family. Angry, the village chief slapped his son and vowed to bring the woman back. Unknowingly, the girl had already returned home. But what she didn't know was that her stepmother would soon heal her life. Her father then introduced her stepmother by name. When the girl heard it, she immediately suspected that this woman was the mother of the young man who saved her. Her father told her to change her slippers. When the stepmother saw her injured foot, she immediately wanted to treat her wounds, but the girl refused. In her eyes, this woman was the third party who ruined her family. So, she questioned her if she had driven her real mother away. The stepmother explained that when she met her father, he was already divorced. Hearing this, the girl felt a bit better. But just then, she saw the school uniforms hanging outside. The school name was the same as the young man who saved her. She immediately said she wanted to attend that school. Her stepsister retorted, asking why she thought she could take her place. The girl angrily replied, saying she was her father's biological daughter. That shut her manipulative stepsister up. Her father reluctantly agreed. After all, his daughter had the leverage on him. But unexpectedly, during lunch, the traffickers found their home. The stepmother's face went pale as memories from 20 years ago flooded back. She was the only woman to escape from the trafficking village. After giving birth to the village chief's son, she fled with a bleeding body, but as a result, she lost her ability to bear children. Her terrified expression made the girl realize she was the young man's mother, the same woman who had been trafficked to the mountains. At that moment, the girl felt some sympathy for her stepmother. She held her trembling hand and told her not to be afraid. Then, she rushed downstairs, ready to confront the traffickers. The stepmother, fearing the girl would be trafficked again, rushed out and told her not to go.